Hi friends, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm building in the world of San Sequoia, which, if you don't know, comes with growing together. I figured this would be the perfect world considering I'm building a family home. However, the crazy thing is I limited this house to only base game, cottage living, and horse ranch. I also used laundry day only because I wanted a laundry room, but that can always be changed to something else. So, long story short, there's no growing together in here at all. This house has 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms and is built on a 50 by 40 lot. 2 of the bedrooms actually have their own bathroom connected to it, and I imagine those rooms were for the grandparents and the parents. And then one of the other 2 rooms are for the children, and the other one is for who I imagine is a teenage girl, as you'll see. I love building here in San Sequoia. I don't even know why. It's just nice, and it seems to always be sunny, at least when I come here. It's also just the family vibes, you know? I love to build my family homes here. Now, I have no idea what style of house this is. That's one thing about me, guys. I am in no way, shape, or form familiar with the different architecture styles and designs. I kind of just build something, and if it happens to fit in a certain category, then that's cool, you know? If you guys know what style of house this is, I would be delighted if you let me know in the comments so I could learn a little more about these things. I personally would think that maybe it's giving large family farmhouse vibes, but I could be completely wrong. I'm also really surprised how I was even able to build this house and how it turned out. Like, it turned out so well. I struggled a little bit, but for the most part, this build kind of came together on its own, really. When I finished though, I had over like 2 hours of footage that's now been cut down to around 35. So that's why it'll seem like it was all going flawlessly. But don't let my speed builds fool you. It takes a long time for me to build and a lot of trial and error. And speaking of the house, since this is a speed build, I found this house idea on Pinterest. Guys, I love finding homes on Pinterest and building them in The Sims. That's where I get a lot of my inspiration. Sometimes I'll build the house exactly, and sometimes I'll change some things. But for this build in particular, I copied the outside shape and the inside was all me. I also changed a few things about the outside and of course decorated it all myself. So this house is actually large. I've recently started building bigger houses because I like to keep in my comfort zone a lot and build smaller homes. That way, I don't have to decorate as much because we know that is my worst enemy. And it's usually easier to landscape and takes a lot less time to do. But here I am with another large family home. Let me know, guys, if y'all like me building these large homes like this, or if you'd prefer a smaller home, like maybe for 1 or 2 Sims. I could definitely start building those also. But yeah, like I said earlier, this house does have 4 bedrooms and it fits a maximum of 7 Sims, which is quite a large household. I would think this home would be used for like a Generations Let's Play, or if you're just casually playing with a large family, you know? And there's a laundry room, like I mentioned earlier, which could totally be turned into like a small nursery if you want it. Maybe you don't care for laundry, or maybe you have an infant on the way, but I made sure that room could easily be gotten rid of. I just really like the idea of many different generations staying in one place. You have grandparents, you have parents, you have kids, you know, grandkids. I feel like it would be really cozy and perfect for family-oriented Sims. And guys, I always say this, but I'll say it again. If you download this build from the gallery, definitely feel free to delete my decorations because I did try a little harder in this build, but my decor skills just, I don't know, they're not there yet, as you'll see. I do really like how I decorated the teenage daughter's room though, as you'll see. I'm excited for you guys to check out this build. That's all I really have to say about that. But on to the actual building. So there is a garage and I did put a car in there from Debug. There's also like a woodworking table and I think another skill building item in there. I didn't know what to put in that empty space. I figured it would be perfect to just be a garage. Maybe you could make it into another room. Maybe you could make it into some skill building room. It could also be a sunroom. But I'm sure you guys are pretty creative and you'll figure out a way to deal with that if you don't want the garage. Here I'm using windows from Cottage Living and Horse Ranch. I just thought that these windows were literally perfect for this build and I'm so glad I used them. There's literally no other windows that would have worked for here, and I love using them together. I didn't know that these packs like worked so well together build mode wise. I figured that like gameplay wise, yeah, they're pretty similar, but for some reason I thought it was completely different build mode wise. They're not. They're very similar, which is actually good for me because I quite like the whole cottage living horse ranch style of build mode objects. I don't know, it's something about it. It's just like the rustic, cottagey look. I don't know. I enjoy it. It's my favorite. But I'm just putting more windows. This house here has a ton of windows on every side of the house. There's a bunch of windows. I figured it would, like there would be a lot of sunlight in here, you know, kids running around and stuff like that. It's just, since the build is so big, it needed a lot of windows and it looked weird without them. And here where I'm putting windows, that's actually going to be a garage, so those windows are going to go away. Another main reason I made that a garage is because I didn't like how the windows looks right there. They just looked out of place, and that whole garage area just looked so separated from the rest of the house. It just made sense to kind of separate it. Here now I'm just working on the layout of the house. Guys, this was definitely the hardest part for me, and it's because it's not a box with like other boxes like I usually do. The shape of the build is actually pretty wide, you know, it's like just a long rectangle, and so getting all the rooms in there and making things not look weird was actually pretty difficult. But this room here is going to be the grandparents' room, or what I imagine would be the grandparents' room. I figured they would have their own little suite off to the side with a bunch of windows, you know, they can look out onto the porch and everything. I thought it was really cute also to give them a fireplace. I also have the parents' room, which is right here. It's a little smaller, and I have 2 bathrooms, one for each of them. So no one else can access these. They're, walk-in bathrooms, I guess. I don't know. They're connected to their bedrooms. So yeah, I made the rooms a lot more interesting. One thing I did not want to do was have a bunch of boxes everywhere. Guys, if you're ever building a large home or community lot or something of that sort, do not just make a bunch of boxes everywhere. That's not going to make it look any better. It's actually going to make it worse. So you want to have diagonal walls, jigsaw walls, anything like that, just to give it more shape. And also that space behind that one sofa, kind of by the rooms, I'm going to add something right there. Don't worry. I know it looks really bad. I noticed that it looks pretty empty, so that's where I ended up putting the laundry room actually. Another thing that could definitely help would be lots of decorations, which we know I'm not good at. Guys, I know, I've been trying to do better, and I really want to do better. Like, I want to be able to landscape beautifully. I want to be able to decorate the home and make it look lived in and everything. It's just that I don't know how to do it. I use the same plant over and over, or the same painting. Like, I just can't get creative with it. And I see a lot of people use a lot of like debug things to really help out. And I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Maybe one day I'll just practice and look at all the debug items, you know, see what I can find, see what I could probably add in to homes and everything. I don't know. I just want my houses to look more decorated because I can build a shell, as you guys see. It's just that they always look empty, you know, or they always look like doll houses. And I mean, I know that, you know, in The Sims, of course, the houses are technically doll houses, but I want to make them look lived in. You know, you guys feeling me? You feeling what I'm trying to say? But I am happy with what I did. I tried a little more, especially the teenage girl's bedroom. Like I said, I'm really happy about it. I'm excited. This empty space right here in this little upstairs, I had no idea what to do with that. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. It's still empty. The house is on the gallery and it's empty. I think I put like a random gaming thing in there, like the little thing they stand on and like play VR games on or something. And I put like a gaming table, I think. I don't even remember. That's how random it was. So I'm so sorry. If you download the build, you can definitely change it. Most definitely. In fact, like, please change it. Please. But this is the kids' room. I put 2 children's beds in here. So, you know, 2 kids share a room right here, right across from the kitchen. You know, they can get up late at night, grab some snacks without waking their parents up or whatnot. It was just the perfect spot. Oh, and I used that one painting from Dine Out. But don't worry, guys, that's the only thing from Dine Out in here. I just needed that painting. It was perfect. It was large enough to fit right there. And I believe this is the moment, yeah, this is the moment where I add the laundry room because I realized that hallway is way too big. And you know me, I'm not about to sit here and decorate that hallway. So we have a laundry room. Once again, this could definitely be turned into like a mini nursery or maybe a library. Or maybe like you could put chess tables in there. I don't know. But here's the living room. I'm really happy with how it came out. At first, I was really nervous about it, but you're gonna see it came out pretty nicely. I used the mixture of Cottage Living and Horse Ranch, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. Love, love, love building with these two packs together. I'm definitely going to have to do that more often. I love the crazy floral chairs. I thought it was perfect since grandparents would probably stay here. You know how they always have the crazy patterns and the floral print? I mean, I love floral print. A lot of my clothes have floral print on it, and I'm not ashamed at all. I love it. I love the granny style. So that's what we have. Oh, and guys, I believe I used nifty knitting. I think we're about to see it in a little bit because I imagine the grandparents would like knit, you know, or at least the grandmother. They would knit and sew and everything. So I believe I did use nifty knitting. Yep, there it goes. So once again, it's not needed in here. That's why I completely forgot about it. And I said horse ranch and cottage living. It's just some knitting stuff. You can always put like some other type of decoration or something right there. But now that I think about it, I really don't have anything else for the grandparents to do in here, like but knit, you know? It's just a normal house. And I feel like I need to do better when it comes to my elder Sims because I don't really play with them too well. I don't know how. Like my Sims turn into elders and then I just move them out of the house and I feel so bad. I never play with them. I don't like playing with them. It's like they can't do anything, you know? And like by the time they're elders, I'm ready to move on to the next Sim. So if you guys have any gameplay ideas for when it comes to elders, or maybe let me know in the comments like how you guys play with your elders, I would be very appreciative because I want to start playing with my elders. That's one thing I want to do by the end of 2023. I want to get better at building and I want to incorporate elders into my gameplay. Here's the garage. I ended up removing the orange car at some point and putting like some skill building items there. And I'm starting to work on the door. It took me so long to do this door. I ended up cutting it and like just cutting to the finished part of it, which would be happening now. Yep. And so yeah, because I couldn't figure it out, but I ended up using this roof piece, right? I found this on Reddit. I saw someone say that you can do this. I used this roof piece here and it looks like a ramp because I was trying to do terrain. I was trying to move it up and down and flatten it and my terrain just sucked. It looked really ugly. So I had to figure out a different way and I love this. I'm most definitely going to be using this little trick more often. And if you're curious, the two little doors right there that look like garage doors, those are both from City Living. So I'm sorry, that's another pack I did use. Yeah, but once again, guys, majority Horse Ranch and Cottage Living. You know, these other packs, I've used like one item from each pack, okay? So I wasn't lying. It really is just Horse Ranch and Cottage Living. I think the other items can be easily replaced, but here I'm going around putting wallpaper and flooring. I love putting flooring. It's literally my favorite part because it helps things to not feel so empty anymore. Like before you have the flooring, it just looks really unfinished and it looks like you need to add more. But once I add flooring, especially like a dark flooring like this, it just helps to bring everything alive, you know? I usually don't use this dark wood flooring, but since I was using Cottage Living and Horse Ranch, I wanted to use it, especially because of the type of house I was doing. I figured it would be kind of like an older house, you know, even though it looks pretty new. I don't know. Once again, the whole architecture thing, guys, I don't know, whatever comes to my brain, I just do it. But I went to use the darker floors. I was going to use my favorite floor, which is from Cats and Dogs, but once again, I was trying to limit the packs, everyone. So I believe that floor is base game. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm still placing more windows. Like I said, guys, a lot of windows, like a ton of windows everywhere. The sun just has to flow, you know? And here I have this little closed in like porch area right here. I love it. I use it. Oh my gosh. Is that fence from Strangerville? Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm so sorry. I literally said base game, horse ranch, and cottage living, and since then we have seen like every single other pack. I'm so sorry. I've only used like one item from those other packs, guys. I am so sorry. It is limited. I just, you know, I have a lot of packs, so if I see something and I want to use it, I use it and I forget. I'm sorry. But yeah, windows, wonderful, right? We love windows. Yeah, but that's the whole outside of the house done. I'm really happy with it. But now we're moving on to the grandparents' bedroom. And I ended up changing all of this because I wasn't really feeling the patterns with the green and the red and the pink. So I went a much simpler route and I just chose like yellow. I feel like looked really good. I used these bed from Horse Ranch, and I believe the wallpaper is base game. And here I am with the same plants I use in the living room. I know, you guys are like, you could at least choose a different plant. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm just not good. But I made sure to put rocking chairs. My elderly people always have to have rocking chairs. No matter which pack it's from, they have to have rocking chairs. It's just a must. And that was basically this room done. I loved the fireplace, the yellow. I feel like it was really simple and it was really cute. And I like how big it is. I like that this is the biggest room in the house. You know, I feel like the grandparents would deserve that room. Like, I feel like the parents just, they wouldn't want their parents, you know, staying in the small room. Definitely wouldn't want the grandparents to have the biggest room. But here I'm just putting some decorations on the fireplace. It just was looking a little empty, and so I put that there. And I ended up putting a few paintings around the place. I believe I used like the same paintings kind of everywhere in the house. I'm trying with that. It's just that, how do you guys know like what type of painting to use where, and like how many paintings is too much or too little, you know? I don't know how to do all of that. But anyway, here's their bathroom. They have a tub and a shower. And, you know, maybe one day they want to be in the tub, but maybe one day they want to be in the shower. You know, I didn't put a combo because I didn't want it to get too expensive, even though this house is already expensive, trust me. But I don't know. I just feel like in this house, a separate shower and tub would be perfect. That also helps with like couples because I believe they can both, like one of them can shower and one of them can be taking a bath like at the same time. So it helps to have like two options like that in a bathroom like this. And then of course here I am just putting a few decorations and a mirror, and that is basically that bathroom done. We move on to the hallway and I'm trying to do paintings. I use these 3 long paintings. I believe I use them a lot. I like using them like in hallway spaces like this. It just takes up space on the wall, which, you know, I really like. Decorating houses, am I right? But now I'm just working on this little laundry room area. I'm really happy with the way it came out. I think it came out really cute. Guys, don't let this fool you. I don't play with laundry day. I strictly only needed an extra room right here. I hate laundry day. It's kind of the same with Bust the Dust. I don't like either of those packs, and it's because they're so tedious. Like the amount of laundry work I have to do whenever I have this pack like working and functioning, it's just like with the hampers and they're dirty and now they're wearing dirty clothes and now I have to come wash them and dry them and put them away and this, that, and the other. Same with Busted Us. The floors get dirty way too fast. The vacuum is broken, this, that, and the other. It's just ridiculous. I have to do chores in real life. I don't want to do them in The Sims, you know? But anyway, enough complaining about that. This is the parents' bedroom. It's a lot smaller than their parents' bedroom, but you know, it's still here. It's still pretty big. It's enough space for both of them. I made sure to give them like a private desk in here because maybe they were doing a little work. Even though there is an office, I feel like, you know, that office is kind of for everybody, but this is their private little computer area. I love the wallpaper. I'm wondering if I kept this wallpaper in the blue bed. Oh, that's very interesting. That's a very interesting choice, Nevaeh. I'm not sure why I did that. I think I saw a vision and I'm not seeing it anymore as I'm sitting here doing this voiceover. Also, I don't think that, Nevaeh, I don't think this bathroom is functional. Did you leave it like that? Wonderful. Yeah, I left a non-functioning bathroom in here. Why did I do that? I don't think you can get between the tub and this. Okay. If you guys decide if you guys decide to download this, yeah, the bathroom for the parents' room isn't functional. At least I don't think it is. Maybe it is. I don't think it is. So we would have to like remove the tub or something. Now I'm gonna have to like go back and change that. Don't worry, I will now that I'm thinking about it. Here's the office, guys. I love how rustic it looked. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the dark brown wood colors. I love these very dim lights from Horse Ranch. It was just all coming together so well. And then this rug topped it off. I love this office so much. Here, what I'm doing is I'm looking to see if the playability of this house is good. So what I do sometimes is put the walls down, and then if there's something that's kind of like obstructing the view, or if there's a certain room or space that looks a little too cluttered, I usually like get rid of it. And so that way, if you do play with walls down, it's a lot easier, you know, because I don't like downloading houses or something, and then like when I'm playing with walls down, it's just stuff everywhere, stuff hanging on the walls, stuff moving in the way. I have to turn the camera a million times just to see what I'm trying to do. So that's all I was doing. If you ever see me doing that in any of my builds. Well, now I'm here working on the kitchen, and I've decided to use the yellow swatch from Cottage Living. I love it. I use all Cottage Living stuff up in here. Literally my favorite. Those and Dream Home Decorator are my favorite cabinets in the game. They're two completely different styles, but I love them so much, and I love the yellow. This kitchen actually came out really well. I like how kind of like small it was. Or like it's not really small, but it's not huge and like open. I don't know. As you'll see, the whole house is really like cozy feeling, you know? It's like a big house, but everything's kind of close together. And I really like that, me personally. But here I ended up putting another bathroom. I like it. It's cool. I think I put the same flooring and wallpaper I did in a separate bathroom. I don't know, guys. I never really know how to like make my bathrooms different. I wonder, do you guys like have different bathrooms if you have multiple, or are your bathrooms just the same? Because mine are technically the same all the time. Or I said technically, but I meant typically. Mine are typically the same all the time. I don't know. I use the iron from laundry day in there, but that's about it. Nothing really to say about the bathroom. Here's the garage. I made it like kind of like a stone. I didn't want to have any wood or anything in here because I don't have a garage, but whenever I see people's garages, they're usually like stone, you know? None of the flooring or wallpaper really comes out into it. So that's what I did here. And in this little open space, I put a piano, I put a painting easel, and a bonsai tree. If you guys don't know, you can actually use that tree to get your gardening skill up. I have absolutely never used that before, so I figured it would be kind of fun to put in here next to the painting easel. It just made sense. And this living room, guys, I'm in love with this whole living room hallway area. I love the greens and the browns. It all just really came together, and it looks really cozy in here. Like the whole family's just sitting here. They have plants around. Maybe the grandparents are knitting something. The kids might be watching like some children's TV or something. I don't know, it's just perfect. I love it. I love the brown. I also really like the wallpaper I used. I didn't think I would be too much a fan of the wallpaper considering it's just plain white, but I actually am. I do enjoy it. I was just scared about having to put like paintings and stuff on the wall. But in the garage, you can see I finally deleted the car and I put a workout thing and I put a woodworking table there. Two things I just figured might have been in the garage that I wouldn't fit anywhere else really. I love it. This is the kids' room. There's 2 beds in here, 2 children. I ended up putting this little toy house thing from Horse Ranch. I quite like it actually. It's really cute. However, the one thing about the doll houses in this game, like why are they so big? You know, I've never had like a mansion doll house before. I thought doll houses were a little smaller, but maybe that's just me. Maybe they're not actually that small. But they have one. Oh, and here is my absolute most favorite room in the entire house. This room ended up being themed like a pink and I love it. I'm so happy with it. It's so cute. It's so girly. I love it. You know, it's perfect. I put a mirror here. There was a dresser, a plant. I think I ended up adding a painting easel in here also, if I'm not mistaken. But I did do a little bit of decorating in here. I love it. It's cute, fun, pretty, flowery. If you can tell, I don't really know what else to really say about it, except for to let you guys see. Oh, but I did end up adding this. It was super cute and it had a little candle. And I added some like stars to the walls. I love them because one, they matched the light color that was with the candle, but also they were just so cute. I changed them to like this pink color, but I loved having them on the wall. They were adorable. I actually didn't know we had these and I might try and use them more often. And then of course I ended it with a rug, which that pink swatch of the Cottage Living rug is so perfect. I love it. Actually, a lot of stuff from Cottage Living I really love, as I said earlier. And oh, I did not put an easel. Oh, I did put an easel. Okay, well, I put an easel and a little guitar in here. I feel like maybe she would like to play the guitar and paint. You know, maybe she was more of like the artsy type. And then this is our final bathroom right here. I put a little hamper. I made it really simple. It looks just like the other bathrooms. Nothing really too special about it. I need more tile. You know, I never hear anyone say that, and maybe no one else does. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like I need more tile. Like, I'm always scrolling through the tile options, the flooring, and the wallpaper, and I can never find any. Or maybe we just need more base game ones, you know? Because I don't want to use, like, a million packs in all of my builds. Give me some more base game items, you know? Along with the tile, I also need better base game paintings. Because the ones we have suck, and I'm sorry if you like them, but and it's not because I can't decorate, okay? I don't want to hear anyone saying, oh, you're just hating on the paintings because you don't know how to decorate. No. That might be part of the reason, but they do really suck. And I know some of you also agree with me, so let's just nod our heads and be in peace and harmony, okay? But yeah, I ended up putting a chess table in this one. I don't remember if I put one downstairs. But if I didn't put one downstairs, then that is the reason I put one up here. If I did put one downstairs, then I just put it there because there was room for one. One thing about me, I'm gonna find somewhere to put a chess table and somewhere to stick a painting easel. And then yeah, if you saw the hallway area, you saw that I didn't do anything with it. I just put like a little gaming table thing, and then I put the little like hologram gaming setup thing. But onto the backyard. I really enjoy the backyard. It's nothing special. There's actually not much here. I think I just enjoy the concept of having a nice backyard. I like the fencing. I loved the like concrete I used, and I like the fact that they have a pool. Whenever I make builds, especially like large family homes, I try to add a pool in, or even when I'm renovating builds, because a lot of the times I forget that the pools even exist, especially since a lot of base game homes, well, I say a lot of, but all of the base game homes like don't have pools. In fact, I think majority of the homes that like EA builds doesn't have pools. Or I'm saying EA, I don't know who builds the lots, maybe the Sims team, I don't know. Anyway, long story short, whoever builds the houses doesn't usually add pools. And so I like to make sure that I have one. I just put some seating out here. I made sure there was a grill, and there's also like going to be a picnic table and things like that. You know, just typical backyard stuff, typical family stuff. If I was using growing together in this pack, which I was thinking about it, but I decided not to. If I was going to use growing together, I would have added like the little splash pads back here, especially since we have kids. And also, I don't know. I would have added like a swing set of some sort. I don't know. I would have just added something else for kids, you know, just scrolled around and growing together and see what we have. I also found these little hedges that are shaped like animals. I didn't realize Cottage Living had those. They're so adorable, but I did put them in the front. So that was that. Really cute. Guys, oh my goodness. I had so much fun building this house. I've been talking for literally 30 minutes straight, so I don't remember if I told you or not, but this house did take me like a little over 2 hours to build. It took me a long time to do all of this. And so, you know, I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, it would be nice if you could leave a like. It really helps me out a lot. I really enjoy it. Maybe, you know, leave a comment telling me some things that maybe you would change. Let me know if you plan on downloading this from the gallery. That would be really cool to see. If you need my gallery ID, it is in the description below. It's always in the description for all of my builds. I make sure to put my gallery ID if you want to download something. But one thing I wish that I could have done better on here is probably landscaping. I know I did some. I kept it really simple. Maybe this style of house has landscaping like this. I don't know. But to me, it didn't look bad. I want to do more with my landscaping. I always see people in their speed builds, they use like tool mods and they have like a million shrubs and flowers and stuff. And it just always looks so good. I don't know. I aspire to... I aspire to take more time on landscaping one day. One day. By the end of this year, I'm going to do a build with like a bunch of landscaping. Maybe it'll be like a cottage or something. You guys gotta remind me, okay? But that is the whole build done. I'm really happy about it. It looks super cute. There's so many rooms, so many things that you could change, things that you could do. Add some decorations, you know, maybe change the laundry room into something else, like I said. I love the style. Make sure to let me know what style of house you guys think this is. Maybe it's just like a bunch of different styles mixed together. Once again, I don't know too much about that. But if you made it this far, I know this was a long video, so I thank you so much for making it all the way to the end right here. Let me know in the comments if you'd like more longer builds like this. Let me know. Or maybe you prefer shorter builds. I don't know. I need you guys to, you know, talk to me. I'm here for you guys. You know, do you guys like when I talk throughout the whole build, or maybe you would just want some music? I don't know, but thank you so much for watching. Peace and love to you all.